Hello and welcome to Pixel Scandal.
No warning.
Today is a Paper Scandal side quest. We are playing Spirit of 77, Cruise Ship of the Damned.
Yeah.
We're gonna introduce our very special guest GM today. This is our if you're new here, this is our guest GM actual play series where we invite outside folks to come and run their games for us. And today, Dave Kizzia has been so gracious to join us. Dave Kizzia, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Kurt. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Fantastic.
Oh, man, I don't have the energy for this.
It's too early for this.
Hey, if I'm here, you guys can suck it up.
Well, we've also got some great players here today. I don't want to toot my own horn, so I will say all these other people are great players. I am just a player. I am here. I am Kurt. I am going to be playing Gemini.
Well, hold on before we get started. Okay.
All right, I'll unpop my collar.
Don't introduce your character yet. We're not there yet, Kurt.
Is that literally why you wore that shirt, just so you could have a low plunging neckline and pop your collar?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I was there for
God.
wardrobe decisions, and that is exactly why he's wearing that shirt.
There's wardrobe.
But since Kurt is really bad at this, I'm Gidget. You want to introduce yourselves, the rest of the cast?
I don't know. Hold on.
That would be you. You're next.
How you doing, Orestes?
But I'm in the bottom opposite side. That doesn't make any sense.
It's you read. You go like this, and then you go like
left
this.
to right, top to bottom.
No, but on stream, I'm like
Just
opposite
say your name.
corner. Orestes, hi.
Oh, I forgot to start the audio recording.
Oh, biscuits.
That's okay.
This is growing great, guys.
We got it now.
How are you doing today, Endo?
I'm all right. How are you guys?
Good. This is a good way to get us warmed up and ready to talk to each other.
Yeah. This is good intro stuff.
Yeah. So
I
Dave,
feel like every one of our streams starts out like this, and it's kind of what we're known for now. So we have to keep doing it.
It is the clusterfuck of Pixel Scandal. So Dave, why don't you take it away, our illustrious leader?
Absolutely. So, I'm going to be playing a Spirit of 77 put out by Monkeyfun Studios, which you can find, actually, this particular adventure is available for download from our website, monkeyfunstudios.com.
Yay.
Now, this is a very interesting adventure, and the reason why I wanted to run it for y'all is because although I've run multiple times, and some of it's actually been on other actual plays and podcasts or whatever, but this is going to be a very unique scenario because this is part one of what we'll be doing today. Part one, of course, is the initial Cruise Ship of the Dam, which is available, but to be decided, we will actually be doing the sequel to Cruise Ship of the Dam, which is Return to the Cruise Ship of the Dam. And so everybody around here is going to be playing the players or the characters that they're playing here in that secondary adventure, but their characters will be have enhanced their development and will be in a unique scenario. So this is part one of the overall cruise ship as you will. One was our first adventure that we first put out. We put out part two, Return to the Cruise Ship, year. I think we're in November. I think maybe October. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of this year, theoretically, we're working on it this summer for the third installment of the trilogy, which of course is Battle for the Cruise Ship of the Dam.
Nice.
So, yes. Because nothing, in my opinion, is better than Planet of the Apes towards the end. Yeah. Because towards the end of the 70s version, the movies were just getting weird. And not only were they getting weird, but, you know, the makeup started getting a little bit worse every episode or installment. So it was kind of fun. So, speed on what Spirit of 77 is. Spirit of 77, of course, is powered by the Apocalypse. That means it uses the same game mechanics as put out by D. Vincent and Maggie Baker, but it is its own unique framework in the fact that you do not have to purchase Apocalypse World to be able to play Spirit 77. In fact, it is completely different in that aspect. So as it had mentioned that this is the first time she's ever played Spirit of 77, I'll just kind of go over some very basic rules about this. So one of the aspects of games that are powered by the Apocalypse, they are very straightforward in terms of their dice resolution, and the fact that you roll 2d6 for the most part, and if it's a success, if it's a 6 and below, it's a failure, and a 7 to 9 is a partial success or a success with a cost. So that's really all you need to know in terms of being able. So it's very easy for people to play. So when you're taking an action and there's nothing stopping you, for instance, when Kurt says, you know, hey, Dave, I'm going to punch you in the face, you know, we'll not stop it because I probably deserved it. And so it's automatically successful. So, but if it is, that's when we roll dice. So if there is something that blocks or challenges that particular action. So is that if you're taking put those cigarettes down, kitty. I'm sorry, my cat has a smoking problem. I'm trying to get her off of them. Okay. So what happens is that you have stats, and your stats you actually add to your dice roll. For instance, if Kurt was punching me because, like I said, I deserve it, and I decided, hey, I don't want to be punched, so I'm trying to block. Kurt adds what's known as his might, and we'll just say it's a 1. So he rolls 2d6. He adds 1, and then that's the success. You know, if it's if it's a 7 beforehand and then he rolls it, then it's an 8. Yes? No?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. All right. So certain thing. Okay. Instead of, you know, for folks who've never done a game that's powered by the Apocalypse before, you have what's known as basic moves. Basic moves are available to everybody playing the game. That means at any moment, people can decide, you know, I'm punching him in the face. Like, you know, Kizzia can say, I'm going to punch Dave in the face. I don't know what it is about you guys, but you keep punching me in the face. Everybody can do it. But because of your role, you have moves that are available to you that other people don't have. If you are playing a character that is, well, as an example, the Sleuth. Okay. The Sleuth is obviously a character that's meant to be more investigative. So therefore, the special moves that the Sleuth can do to that particular character role. And those are things that Kurt won't be able to necessarily do.
Right.
You know, and it makes perfect sense in the fact that roles really are a designation of your in this world. Okay. The other thing that makes Spirit of 77 a little bit different than compared to most Apocalypse worlds is that we also have your story, which is your background. So the reason why that is that one, that adds specific or additional moves to your character, but it also allows you to be a unique version of it. For instance, I always give is the Rocky scenario, where it is Apollo Creed and Rocky at the end, are fighting, and they're both tough guys. That's, they're boxers. Now, Apollo Creed is a professional fighter. He's a professional object. It's his career. So instead of just being a tough guy, he's what would be called an all-star tough guy because he's a professional sports player. Rocky, on the other hand, is a guy that hangs out in the neighborhood. You know him from around the way. Does a little bit of work for the local protection agency from time to time. So he's not a professional fighter. He's what we would call a one bad mother tough guy because he's a guy from the streets. So both are the same type of character, but they have two unique backgrounds that they can pull their character or their moves from. That's what makes the difference between, say, a Rocky Balboa and Steve Austin, the $6 Million Man. So far?
Yeah.
Cool. There's one other thing that I wanted to kind of go over is the idea of thing extra. Now, I don't know if you've ever played Dungeons and Dragons before. But
I'm a little familiar with it.
It's a little niche, I know. It came from a TV show called Stranger Things by Netflix. And specifically, in the most current version of the rules, they have something that's called roll with advantage. We have something very similar, which is called roll with something extra, which is you roll 3 dice. Hasbro, we did not come up with that from Neo. Just okay. So you roll 3 dice and take the best of 2. It's very simple.
Yeah.
Okay. And if your move says that, that's what it means. All right. It's not that complicated. Okay. So any questions so far about how we do things?
Nope.
Rock on. There is another mechanic on here, which I'll just touch on, but you don't need to worry about it too much. It's a move. It's something called heat, which is the more your character, is caught doing bad things, the more of a negative reputation you get. If you've played Grand Theft Auto, you know all about it. It's similar to that, but we're not going to really go into that. Oh my goodness, my phone's ringing. Who calls me at 9 in the morning on a Saturday?
Us.
But I'm talking to you now.
It's probably your cat's dealer.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. She's got a pager for that. Wait a minute.
Couldn't tell you then.
I bet it's to Omaha steak people.
That would make sense.
Have you ever called? Actually, I know I'm going off on here, but have you ever ordered from Omaha Steak people?
No.
The Omaha Steak Company. So it's great. And I know it sounds like I'm doing a commercial for them, but I'm not. Because what happens is that, we ordered them maybe from them 3 years ago, once a week to see if we want, to more steak. And it's like, no, we're good. We tried you once. That's all we need.
We've got all the steak we need.
We have the steak. So yeah, it's not unlike a paper clip from Uline, the stationery people. You will get a phone book mailed to you for every 3 months for the rest of your days. I ordered a paper cup. I do not need this. Don't. In fact, we've actually called them and said, do not send it. No. All right. Anyway, they did not leave a message, so it was probably the Omaha people. All right. I wish I was kidding. All right. So we'll do, now that I've explained the mechanics of Spirit of 77 and the background of what games powered by the Apocalypse being. Oh, and before I forget, again, all of this is based off of Apocalypse World by and Maggie Baker. And I know I mentioned that before, but if you're curious to see the basic system, you can pick that up at Lumpy Games, or I believe they're available on Drive-Thru as well. So are we, as well as Indie Press and what have you. All right. Any final questions before we get started?
Mm-mm.
No.
None from me.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Nope.
Great. So what we're going to be playing is the adventure known as Cruise Ship of the Dam. And of course, oh, I didn't bring my hat. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's okay. I usually have a hat for this. So this takes place on the SS Tangerine. Yes, the world famous Tangerine, put out by Rainbow Cruises, as a matter of fact. So this is the brand new cruise ship by Rainbow Cruises, the SS Tangerine, and all of you have been brought together on board. Buddy, why don't you go first?
Oh, right. That's me. Hi. I'm playing Gemini. There's the popped collar. And Gemini is a rising star, glam rocker, seeking fame and fortune.
All right. So, for all of you to know, the ship itself is going a trip to Sagebrush Island, where Sagebrush Island, I understand that Gemini is going to be doing a concert at Sagebrush Island. Is that correct?
Yes, that would be correct.
Okay. So, about as on the rider of your backstage requirements, what's the craziest thing you have listed on there? Like no brown M&Ms or something like that.
I think I require an emotional support animal.
And what would that support animal be?
I'm not too picky, but it can't be any more than 2.5 pounds and any less than 2.4 pounds. And I require soft fur, but not dark fur. So really, any animal that would fit into those.
Okay, sure. Sounds good. All right. My next question, of course, is for you. Why don't you introduce yourself?
He's pointing at Orestes.
Oh, me? Okay. I am Sammy Summers, captain
Really?
of the Texas Tornado cheerleading squad.
Why, hello, girls! Ah!
Yeah,
So,
exactly like that.
so, by the way, what's the name of your girls there, by the way?
You want all 24 of them?
No, just the first 4 in the front.
There's Becky. There's
Hi, Becky.
Stacy.
Hi, Stacy.
There's Laura, and there's Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer. Okay. So, Sammy, what do you do when you're not rooting for the Tornadoes?
Well, I mean, I don't want to say in front of my squad here, but
Of course.
we just hang out and party and drink this delicious Gettysburg beer.
Yes, since 1863.
Yeah, and we just cheer on our favorite America's national team, the Texas Tornadoes.
And what sport do they play?
Football.
Oh, I see. College or professional?
Professional.
Oh, I see. Part of the AFL.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Hi, Becky. How are you? Yeah. All right. And Laura, you have a very pretty face. Okay. So we'll, why don't you tell me about yourself?
So I'm Vicky.
Hi, Vicky.
I am here. Well, I'm single, and I'm really hoping to make, maybe a connection with somebody while I'm on the ship.
Vicky, are you wearing a leather cat suit?
Yeah, I thought this was the formal. I thought I read in the brochure that this is what you're supposed to wear on the first day.
What do you?
I could change if it's inappropriate.
No. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. You seem to have an accent. Where are you from?
Oh, just a little here and there. I've traveled a lot. I was an army brat, and so my accent. I've picked up little bits from all over the place growing up.
I see. And you seem to have I hate to ask that, but there on your arm, is that a scar from a knife wound?
Oh, no. I mean, yes, but I was cooking and the knife slipped and it just, I'm just clumsy like that.
Okay. All right. And so now let's introduce you. Tell me about yourself. Actually, I know who you are, but I'll let you tell everyone else. Go ahead.
Endo, that's you.
I'm Vincent.
Oh, don't be modest, Vincent. You are Vincent Peck.
Vincent, the former police officer / book author.
Exactly. I picked up your last book. What was the name of your last book?
Least likely police officer.
That was a fantastic book, might I add. I understand that they're actually talking about making that into a TV movie.
That is what I'm told.
That's fantastic. Now, your your most recent case was very public.
Mhm.
Why don't you talk about it a little bit? What did it involve?
Child smuggling.
Child smuggling. From where, might I add?
From America to Canada.
No kidding. I have heard about child smuggling rings, what they refer to as,
Yeah.
the Maple Leaf Trail.
Yeah, they were smuggling them to work the canned poutine factory.
The poutine factory. Oh yeah. So I understand that that's actually going to be the subject of your next book. The forced child labor of poutine factories.
It talks about it in other things, but yeah, it's the main topic.
And what's the title of the new book that's coming out, if I may ask?
I'm sorry. That's the book.
That's very Canadian.
Oh my gosh.
That's very very Canadian name. I like that.
They were very remorseful for what they had done, as you can imagine.
Of course. So, all right. So, all right. It's very early for this kind of shenanigan. Okay.
It is.
So,
It is.
all right. So, just to ask some questions here, or actually to set the scene. So, of course, on board there are multiple fans of. So, there's a lot of groupies everywhere, the entire thing. And also, just for you to know, Vincent, that specifically fan clubs of book clubs, as it were, is also on board, and they've asked you to do a reading from the new book. Oh, I forgot to ask. I apologize, Vincent, to speak out of school, but I've heard that you're kind of a gambling man.
I wouldn't say that. I
What's
like to bet on the ponies every now and again, but
Ponies, okay.
yeah.
That's fine. Do you have a favorite horse?
Oh no, ponies is a basketball team.
Oh, really? I understand. Okay. I've actually heard of the Washington Ponies. They play, as I understand, the Bronx Ballers all the time. They are always the ones that, someday they're going to win against them.
Yeah, they haven't yet, but their time's coming, I think.
I know. It's going to happen. All right. So just want to ask some questions. What does Gemini's room look like that he's requested on board the ship?
Well, I'm really into lava lamps right now. So I've asked.
Of course you are.
I've asked for as many lava lamps as they could get, and I don't like duplicates of things. They make me feel uncomfortable, and so I've requested that every single lava lamp be unique.
Do tell.
My favorite so far is the one that's sort of shaped like a dolphin.
Of course it is.
Yes. But it is turning into a human. I like that.
All right. Well, that's very interesting.
Intricate glasswork.
All right. So, Vincent, would you describe the room that you've requested?
Well, they stuck. I didn't really request a room, but they stuck me here in this suite. Which is actually pretty nice. I'm kind of. My publicist takes care of all this stuff.
Oh, and what's the name of your publicist?
His name is Dave.
That'll make it easy.
Okay.
Dave Jenkins.
All right, and so, just a question. So, in your room, or where is Dave staying on board?
Oh, Dave has his own room down below. I haven't gone down there yet, but I'm sure it's terribly small.
I'm sure. What about you, Sammy? What are your accommodations, if I may ask?
Well, they gave us 6 rooms with double bunks, and we have to share 4 to a room.
Really?
Yeah, well, there's 24. There's 24 of us, so they had to put us all on the line. And there's
before the captain's dinner, I'm just curious. What are all the cheerleaders, wanting to get together and do?
well, we don't really have any plans. We have to make daily appearances for Gettysburg Beer since 1863. But aside from that, it's party all day, party all night.
So I understand that Gettysburg Beer is sponsoring the Gemini concert.
Ooh, really?
Oh yeah, Gemini is sponsored by Gettysburg Beer, which is
I've heard
why
a lot about Gemini. He seems very interesting. I hear he has a very nice collection of lava lamps in his room. I would love to see them.
I've heard that. Absolutely. Okay. So, and you're downstairs, and strangely enough, across the hallway is a gentleman by the name of Dave Jenkins. And Dave Jenkins, from what you understand, is a publicist, and that's going to be sitting at the captain's table. Okay. So Dave Jenkins is willing to help you, girl, or at least you as the captain of the cheerleaders team, be at the captain's table if you can make it worth his while. How do you plan to make it worth his while?
Maybe I can get the girls to do a cheer routine for him.
That would be lovely.
Yeah.
All right. Girls, would you be interested in it? Yay! All right. So, no. Okay. Because I like making things, interactive. What cheer are they going to do?
They're going to do one, You know what? Let's go with the funky chicken loose goose cheer.
Be my guest.
Well, I don't have my pom-poms on me right now, so I will have Stacy demonstrate.
All right, and Laura turns to
I would defer to
Jennifer. Yeah, Laura turns to Jennifer and she says, "She's never got her pom-poms."
Oh, shade.
Well, Jennifer, I am the captain, and I have to deal with people like publicists and Gettysburg Beer spokespeople. I can't always be carrying around my pom-poms. It looks unprofessional. You wouldn't understand.
And Laura says underneath her breath, "At least my pom-poms are real."
I need a shade fan.
Becky just says, "Now, girls, come on. We have to, show we are here to represent Gettysburg Beer." All the other cheerleaders go, because Becky is absolutely too. Okay. Meanwhile, Vincent, when you get to your room, of course, there's a fruit basket there.
I look for the wine.
There's a full, wet bar over there by the fruit basket. So screw that, and all of that. Okay. So the other thing that you see there on the table, of course, is a placard that says that you'll be receiving a VIP treatment at the Havana discotheque later tonight, which includes pink champagne bottle service. Of course. And then there's a note next to a typewriter that said, that's written from Dave that says, "Don't forget to punch up chapter 2." Now, chapter 2, of course, references the poutine scandal, specifically how you first got hinted at about the child labor of the poutine factory scandal. And let's face facts, you don't want to write this weekend. Instead, of course, that there is a casino aboard the Monaco casino. So I'm just pointing that out to you.
Sounds like fun.
Okay, so let's go over. So, Gemini, you have your lava lamps in your room while you're doing that. Let's see, Sammy, you're having issues with Laura again before everything, and you guys are doing your little cheer. So we're actually going to have a first dice roll. So because this is a creative, endeavor, this means that you need to roll 2d6 plus your soul, because creativity is based off of your soul, because it's love,
Obviously.
peace, and soul. So roll 2d6, Sammy.
2d6, and my soul is +1. And there. 8.
8. Okay. So the girls are doing, their cheer, but Laura is intentionally kind of getting in the front in order to basically, be the star of it. And all the girls are following Laura's lead because you chose not to actually participate in this little cheer. So know that there seems to be kind of a brewing power struggle within the Texas Tornadoes cheerleading team. So you may need to actually claw her eyes out at some point, but not right now, because you're in front of Mr. Jenkins, and Mr. Jenkins is very excited about it. Oh my goodness, that was just fantastic! I can't understand what you did. Oh my goodness! Oh, let me make sure that you are able to get tickets. I want to make sure I will make arrangements for you to be sitting at the captain's table immediately. Thank you. It's spelled L-A-U. Laura is taking the seats.
Oh.
That's okay. Yeah. I'm actually going to angle for an opportunity to meet Gemini. I don't really care about sitting at the captain's table.
Okay, so going right for it. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
What can you do? Do you know Gemini? Do you know that he's here at the concert?
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I work for Gemini. Can you believe that?
Oh, how fortunate. That is amazing. I am a huge fan.
But don't tell Mr. Peck. Don't tell Mr. Peck, because I've been trying to, expand my repertoire.
Mr.
That's
who?
French. Oh my God, you don't know who Vincent Peck is?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
He wrote the book Less Likely Cop. That's gonna be a TV movie with Peter Falk and Charo.
Oh, I'm not really into fiction.
You simply mean, but don't tell Mr. Peck that I'm, working with Gemini whatsoever, because it's kind of a trial basis. I'm the one who brought in all the lava lamps.
Oh, really? I'm very interested in lava lamps. They look amazing.
Well, but you simply must not tell Mr. Peck.
Absolutely. My lips are sealed.
Okay. Meanwhile, Victoria, what are you up to, may I ask? It's now starting to leave the breakwater. Everybody's already gone through the escape drill.
Yeah.
Drill before it actually leaves. Not that I've ever been on a ship before.
Oh, you cut out. I'm sorry. What did you say?
I was saying not that I've ever been on a cruise ship before. So, Victoria, where are you aboard the ship?
It's
oh, I'm
Vicky.
Sorry, Vicky.
Yeah, it's Vicky.
Vicky, where are you aboard the boat?
I got a little turned around, and somehow I made it, up to where they steer the boat.
Oh, you mean the bridge?
Yeah, that. Yeah, I made it up there.
Okay.
Because I got turned around. I was trying to find my room, and I stumbled into here, and it's got the big wheel thing, which it's very big.
So you're actually in the bridge.
Yeah, I didn't mean to get in here. I was looking for my room.
So when you walk in, you see, or when you sneak in, you see that there is a heated conversation happening between a gentleman that has an eye patch and a scar and a beard, and gentleman that's also part of the both of these guys are part of the staff or part of the crew, and is wearing a stethoscope, and he's wearing white shorts and high white socks and white shoes, and they seem to be having a very heated conversation between the two of them. And then when they notice you, they stop.
Oh, don't stop on my account. I'm just a little lost. Ooh, this is so pretty. Look at all the buttons.
The gentleman wearing the stethoscope comes up to you and goes, "Hello."
Hi. I'm Vicky. How are you?
Hi. I am a doctor.
Oh my. What kind of doctor are you?
And you can see that the gentleman wearing the eye patch rolls his eye. And he goes back to like trying to, he's looking at a whole bunch of to the big steering wheel, the ship's wheel, and the lights are blinking out of sequence, and most of them are a amber color. Okay. And you can tell that he's like trying to speak to somebody on the phone nearby it, but he's trying to not let you hear what he's saying. Meanwhile, is saying, "So, I'm actually the ship's doctor. I'm making sure that everybody's in peak physical condition. Not that you need any help with that."
Does a big ship like this need a doctor? Do people get sick or hurt?
Well, occasionally people do come in for, minor issues that may happen. But luckily, thanks to my long-term medical expertise, I've managed to make sure that there's never been any, medical emergencies here aboard, the ship.
Oh, you're so talented.
Now, do keep in mind, this is the maiden voyage of the ship, so therefore there hasn't been anyone before. So whatever he's talking...
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's that? I kind of pointed eye patch guy.
That's First Officer Meacham, but don't worry about him. He's a bit of a worrywart. So I was curious, Vicky, if you would be interested in possibly joining me at the captain's table this evening.
Me? I'd love to.
And that of course is, might I add, a lovely leather catsuit that you're wearing, by the way.
Oh, thanks. It's this old thing. I just put on whatever I had in my suitcase.
This old leather catsuit.
So before we go any further, okay, I really am pleased to know that I bring out the strangest things in you, Gidget. I don't know what it is. Okay. Meanwhile, Sammy, you're making your way up. Now, where were you headed? I thought you were headed up to meet Gemini. Is that correct? Or
oh yeah, I would love to meet Gemini.
Oh, I'm sure that'll go over great. Okay. And Vincent, where are you headed to?
The casino.
Oh, okay. So as you are making your way to the Monaco Casino, you pass by the gift shop, and you go by, and then you see this young 20-year-old woman who's wearing cowboy boots and short shorts and a cowboy hat and a little leather vest, and she's carrying a lava lamp with her, going into the elevator with you.
Okay.
So, Sammy, Dave, the publicist, suggested that you bring a lava lamp, Gemini, to be able to start up a conversation. You are in the elevator with a gentleman that's, for whatever reason, wearing a trench coat indoors and smoking a cigarette. And he looks like he hasn't, had a shave, probably in the past year. So he definitely looks, kind of like he has been up late nights. So elevator together.
I'll strike up a conversation with the lady with the lava lamp, and I'll just kind of nod and say, Gemini?
What? Oh, yes. I'm a huge fan. He loves lava lamps. Did you know that?
That's what I've been told. It's a little bit of a strange thing to have on a cruise ship, but more power to him, I guess.
Well, I just don't know where he plugs all these things in at. There aren't that many outlets in these rooms as far as I can tell.
Sounds like a fire hazard.
Maybe, but it's a good thing we're in the middle of a very large body of water.
I don't know that necessarily makes that a better thing or not.
Well, there's a very small chance that we will die of fire burning.
Well, she's a hell of a lot of fun, isn't she, Vincent?
Yeah. How old are you?
20?
Oh, okay.
So, Samuel, put my hand out. My name is Samantha.
Hi, I'm Vincent Peck.
Vincent Peck. I've heard. Oh, you're the author of the crime books.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you've read my book?
No, I just spoke with Vincent and he mentioned your name. He said you were very
Would you like to
good.
buy a copy?
I mean, I'm not
So
really...
Vincent pulls out a copy that he has in one of his trench coats, that says, Vincent Peck, the least likely cop, made into a TV movie starring Peter Falk and Charo.
Okay. Did he give that book to me?
Did you take it?
Well, yeah. I mean, I thought it was a little weird that Vincent signed his name in it and wrote a phone number, but I assume that's how it works in the business. It's
So
like
by
a business
Vincent,
card, I guess.
By Vincent, you guys mean Dave, right? Dave, the publicist.
Oh, the publicist. Yeah.
I'm just making sure I don't get confused here because Endo is Vincent.
I'm letting
right?
them be
That's right,
confused
yeah.
because cheerleaders,
Sorry, I'm just cold medicine. I want to make sure I'm not getting confused.
that is a sweeping generalization on my part, and I apologize, Sammy. Cheerleaders, can be of any, I apologize.
No, she's ditzy.
Okay.
We're playing into the stereotype here.
Like, you know how
I
signatures are always like hard to read? She's just like, I don't, this might say Dave, it might say Vincent, but there's definitely a phone number.
It's a little squiggly.
All right. So as you're making your way, as the elevator's going up, it stops in one floor. It opens up, and a 13-year-old, maybe 15-year-old kid comes out, and he's wearing into the elevator wearing a burgundy-colored tuxedo with the ruffles, and he's got like medium-length red hair, and he's smoking a cigarette. Yeah, 14. Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
He's looking at you, Sammy.
Hi, little boy. Aren't you a bit young to be smoking? It's not good for you. It's going to stunt your growth.
Aren't you a little old to be carrying a lava lamp?
Well, this isn't for me. This is for Mr. Gemini.
Singer.
Yes, he's very talented. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I remember when I thought that.
You thought you were a huge fan of Gemini?
No, I remember when I thought I was like that kind of thing. And he looks over at you, Vincent.
I just have my head turned sideways in confusion. Like, what, are you here as a guest?
Oh, my family's performing.
Oh, who's your family?
The Turtle Love Singers. Have you heard of us? We used to have a TV show.
Cable access?
I don't know what that is.
The Poor People Channel.
No. The Turtle Dove Singers. We would drive around in a bus. We're the ones who do. Hey, everybody.
Oh yeah. Okay, now.
Hey, you remember? Yeah.
All right, so you guys are doing a cruise ship thing, huh?
It's steady work.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So much shade in this game.
Well, where are you guys playing at? At the casino?
No, we're playing at the Casablanca Lounge. We're playing at midnight. We're trying. I seen you before somewhere?
Nope. I don't really run in 13-year-old circles very often. Unless you're.
And he looks over at Sammy.
Have you ever been kidnapped and brought to Canada before?
Oh man, I know you. You're Vincent Peck.
Yep, that's me.
I read your book.
Really? Did you pay for it?
Look, man, I read it, all right?
You book scammers.
Look.
Stupid libraries. I never get paid.
Don't I know it? You know, they actually like loan out albums now.
It's ridiculous.
And I don't know what I can say on your podcast, Kurt.
You can say whatever you want.
Yeah, libraries are bullshit, man. Total bullshit.
Big scam.
Yeah. This 13-year-old has quite the mouth on him.
I kind of like him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever need a job, I know a poutine factory.
Well, if this cruise doesn't work out for us, I may actually need to actually go to do that, Hey, and he looks around. Holding, would you?
Holding what?
Nothing. Never mind. Sammy, what are you doing during all this conversation?
Tilting the lava lamp back and forth, kind of looking at the colors, listening to what they're talking about.
The lava lamp is in the shape of a giant fish.
Mm. Fish, big fish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that one.
I'll tell the little boy in the fancy suit. One of the members of my cheer squad, I hear she's a very huge fan of your family band. Her name is Laura. You should go look for her. And she would love you. She might act a little standoffish, but it's just because she's going to be so nervous to be near you. So just stick with her and she will open up to you, and I'm sure that she will just love to meet you.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
I'll see you, Mr. Peck. It's good meeting you, actually.
No problem. Nice meeting you too. Maybe I'll see your show tonight.
Hey, good luck with that TV movie. I hear Charo's in it.
Yeah.
I don't know why they cast Charo as you, but I don't know TV.
You know these Halloween types.
Yeah, believe me, I know.
Put Charo in everything.
All right,
I love Charos with the cinnamon and then the soft bread. They're delicious.
It's like that, but with the most annoying voice on earth.
A talking Charo?
Oh, yeah. The kid's looking at you, Sammy. Wow, you're smart.
I go to school. How did you know?
The helmet. All right, see you, Mr.
See you, kid.
It's like cowboy? That's a weird thing to call a cowboy hat, but
So meanwhile up in the bridge. So the ship's doctor is continuing to try to make some time with you, trying to get you to come down to the sick bay for a physical.
Yes. Well, I mean, I feel fine now. But
It's
maybe
not a question
later.
of how you feel now. You'll feel later.
I mean, I don't know how I'll feel later until later.
Right.
But what do all these buttons do?
Don't press that. The first officer. Get away! Who let this girl? Brick, will you get this lady out of here? We have enough problems going on.
What's wrong with the ship?
Prickle gets and goes, nothing's wrong with it. Nothing at all. And the first officer's, well, just get her out of here. Check on the captain.
where is the captain? Why isn't he up here? I mean, this is the ship's first journey. Why wouldn't the captain be up here?
He's been dealing with a bit of a stomach malady. He had a little bit too bad a overripe avocado salad.
Oh no! I hope it's not contagious.
No, avocados are never contagious. So why don't I take you along the deck here to
Is he in sick bay?
He's just resting in his room before the captain's dinner. But
but
if
he'll be
you
up
want to
for
see
the
sick bay, I'd be happy to show you my collection of depressors.
Well, I'm really concerned about the captain. I mean, will he be there for dinner? I mean, you said we get to sit at his table tonight, right?
Of course we do. Of course he'll be fine. He wouldn't miss this for all the world.
Oh.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Well, you seem like you know a lot about this ship. Could you maybe take me on a tour?
And first officer is like, take her on the damn tour. Get her out of here. Yes, why don't I lead you? Hey, have you seen our casino?
I haven't.
Bringing the group back together.
Yeah.
Okay.
I slide my arm into his, so he can walk me down there.
All right, so Gemini, you hear a knock at your door. And when you open the door, I'm sorry, do you open the door?
Enter.
Okay, so Sammy, you hear enter, because you were going to his room, I understand.
So I tuck the lava lamp under my arm, open the door.
Okay, so the entirety of the room is filled with lava lamps shaped like different aquatic animals. There's one that's in the shape of a giant whale. There's one a huge one that's in the shape of a dolphin. There's one in the shape of a mollusk. And there in the middle of a bunch of soft velvet cushions is Gemini just kind of relaxing. A very small pygmy polar bear.
Pygmy polar bear. You broke up a bit. Was there more about the pygmy polar bear?
I don't think there needs to be.
Okay.
And so when the door opens, you can see there's a woman wearing kind of like a cheerleader's outfit holding a lava lamp in the shape.
Oh, welcome. Come in, please. You may add that to the others.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Gemini. I'll take it. Set it. Where do you plug it in? I'm a huge fan. I love your work. That polar bear is adorable. Can I pet him?
Oh, of course. This is my emotional support polar bear.
Oh my God.
Tell you what, why don't you hold him for a moment? Here, and I'll sort of delicately drop it into your hand while taking the lava lamp from you.
He's adorable. You're so thoughtful. Thank you so much. I'm a huge fan.
Oh.
Are you going to be performing? When are you going to be? Can I come to your show?
Oh, of course you can come to my show. You can come to all my shows. What is it? What did you say your favorite song was?
I'm just so lightheaded right now. I'm drawing a blank. It's the one with the magic flute solo.
The one with the flute solo?
Yeah.
I mean, they all have a flute solo, but
yeah, it's the one about the summer, the Always Summer with the flutes.
Yes, Always Summer. I do like that one. My publicist said I shouldn't put that one out, but I fought for it, so I thank you.
Oh, Dave? I met Dave. He's the one who gave me the lava lamp to bring to you. Oh,
Dave is my new publicist. My old publicist was fired after Always Summer did so well.
That makes a lot of sense.
And Gemini walks around you and puts his finger on the tip of your hat and runs it across the bill, and he's like, such a curious adornment.
Would you like to try it on? It's very comfortable.
Oh. Perhaps. If you don't think it wouldn't clash.
Well, I'm not nearly as fashionable as you, Mr. Gemini. All I thought to bring with me on this trip was bikinis in my outfit, so...
Well, that'll do just fine.
But my hand, you could take it if you like. My hands are full. I don't want to drop your adorable little polar bear.
So he plucks your hat and puts it on like the back of the head where the hair is still bunching there.
Boy George style.
Say, have you ever tried mescaline?
And on that moment...
So real quick, when he says mescaline, she just instinctively starts spitting out like the chemical makeup for it.
Okay.
Like, oh, I'm very familiar.
Okay. Okay. So Vicky, the doctor is walking you down into the casino and telling you about this. This is the brand new SS Tangerine. It's powered by a brand new type of propulsion, and that's going to revolutionize the recreational cruise industry business.
Wow. Where did they get such a cool engine?
Naturally, the United States military.
Groovy.
Pay no, and then granted, there are still some, bugs they're working out in the system, but I'm sure everything is going to be just fine.
What kind of glitches have you been seeing with the new engine?
Well, I don't want to speak out of school.
Well, I mean, you're so smart.
Okay, so now we're actually going to be doing another basic move, which is kind of exciting. We've done like one move or one dice roll already, so I feel pretty good about that.
We're warming up.
Well, believe me, this is actually doing pretty darn good. So, what we'll do, I could potentially make this a get what you want, but we'll just actually use this for a what's called give someone the third degree. So you're going to be rolling plus brains.
Plus brains. Okay.
Indeed.
So is there any way to add a +1 in?
No, just roll the dice.
Okay.
Yeah, just roll as many dice as you want.
Roll.
Oh, wow.
Why is it not pips? Oh, because I rolled the other one. Okay, fine. That +1.
Ooh.
So 12.
Okay. So you may ask 3 questions about this entire thing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So go for it. And he's going to tell the truth. So.
Okay. Why did the government agree to give you this new drive?
Apparently, there were certain regarding its power capacity, but I'm sure it's going to be fine. Basically, well, normally in a normal ship, you have different levels of power, being taken, levels, spikes and valleys and what have you. But in a situation where constant, sustained, power draw usage, nonstop, cause a lot of strain on the engine. But
yeah, I could imagine.
That would require somebody plugging in like 20 to 30 electrical appliances all at once in one of the staterooms. So it should be perfectly fine.
Right. And I mean, nobody would do that on a cruise ship. That's just ridiculous.
Only a fool would do that.
Absolutely. You said that there's been some malfunctions with it. What's been some of its major malfunctions?
Well, it seems to be, as I said, overheating, and when it overheats, there is a slight containment a radiation containment issue, but I'm sure it's perfectly fine. The captain's been looking at it all day, and problem.
Sorry. What does this drive have a name? The kind
the
of drive?
Eldritch Drive, yes.
The Eldritch Drive. Oh, right.
Yes, named after the SS Eldridge, yes, which it came from.
Right. And you said the captain's been looking at it all day, but you said earlier that he was sick with the stomach flu.
Oh, no. It was avocado salad. Believe me, trust me, I'm a doctor.
Oh,
look.
Of course.
There's that world famous crime writer, Vincent Peck, over there, talking with No, I'm sorry, he left. So you're in there, Oh, and where in the casino are you, Vincent?
You're muted.
Muted? Vincent?
He's trying to figure out where his sound is. He's like, wait a minute.
Is that working?
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Push to talk stopped working.
It's all right.
I'm at the slot machines.
Okay, so you're at this giant slot machine, the really big sons of bitches that are like, the entirety of the room that have the huge thing.
Big money, big money.
Yep. And you look over and you can see there's quite a bit of people in here. Of course, there's a bar. And you can see amongst all of the normal tourists here, a lovely woman coming in a leather cat suit, being led about by one of the crew that's wearing white shorts, and he's got a stethoscope around his neck. Probably the doctor.
Is there a costume contest going on here somewhere? Did I miss that on?
I believe that was directed at you, Vicky.
I thought, didn't you read the brochure?
What, is there like an art heist going on? Like a role-playing art heist?
You don't like my outfit?
Oh no, your outfit's fine. Just a little
I'm Vicky.
unusual. Hi Vicky. I'm Vincent.
I know, I've read your book.
Dr.
Oh, you
Dr.
have read
Patel.
my book.
Oh.
Fantastic. Did you buy it?
I did.
Did I mention I'm a doctor?
Oh, I'm so sorry, doctor.
Yeah. You got the stethoscope thing and everything, huh? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, just walking around in the casino with a stethoscope, so.
Well, you never know when there might be a medical emergency, Mr. Peck.
He's so smart.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yes, I am.
So where are you guys headed with your leather cat suit and stethoscope?
Oh, the doctor here was taking me on a tour of the ship.
So another another member of the crew comes over, and he's like, doctor, and he looks over at you guys and smiles to the doctors here, and he goes, will you please excuse me? I have to go deal with a suntan lotion accident. Be right back.
Gladly.
I'll be right here.
All right. I'm going to let you two kibitz, or do some role play while I step away for just a second.
Okay.
What's about to happen?
So Vincent, what are you doing on the ship?
Well, my publicist has me doing some book reading thing here to promote the novel, since I have a new book that I'm working on right now.
Oh, what's the new book going to be about?
It's going to be about child smuggling to Canada for a poutine cannery.
That's very interesting. Did you help crack that case?
Yeah, it just kind of fell in my lap.
That's very interesting. I read your first novel and I found it to be very evocative.
Did you?
I did.
That's a term I haven't heard yet. I've heard a lot of adjectives about my book, but that's definitely a new one.
There seems to be a lot of really interesting characters on this ship.
Yeah, I just ran into a smoking 13-year-old in a burgundy smoke jacket.
Did you know that the first mate has an eye patch?
No, but he's probably a villain we're going to have to overthrow at some point.
You know, it's interesting. It's rumored that there's a rock star on board.
Yeah, Gemini.
Gemini. I'm not familiar with his work.
I've heard a few. I think it's got the weird flute thing going on. It's not my thing.
Oh yeah, that must not be my kind of scene.
Yeah, but yeah, he's on the ship. I guess he's going to be doing a show. My publicist is working with him, so he doesn't know I know that, but I do.
Oh, okay. Well, if you'd excuse me, I'm gonna go get a drink at the bar.
Oh, okay.
When you go to a bar, a gentleman comes up to you and then, what can I get you?
Hi. Could I get just a club soda, please?
Coming right up.
Could you put one of those little umbrellas in it, though?
For you? Of course I can.
Thanks so much.
All right. So, let's take a step back. All right. So, in... okay. Gemini's stateroom, the walls continue to do multiple colors. And that's mostly for Sammy that I'm telling that to. So
This would be the perfect place to free your mind.
Oh!
With a little wink to Gemini there.
Roll plus soul, I guess.
I wasn't intending to roll anything.
Do the basic move that's called free your mind.
Yeah, I was just hinting to it.
It's fine.
6.
Good.
So yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does free your mind do?
Well, it provides you the meta information about you can ask, who's known as the DJ, questions about the overall plot that, people may be missing. But with a 6, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So as you're staring at the walls, it's amazing because so many different colors are coming up, so many different, from the ambient quadraphonic speakers there with the 8-track that that's playing. What music is it playing, Gemini?
Well, of course, it's playing my own music.
Of course,
I listen to my own music. It's playing Neverwinter.
Of course,
because it's always summer.
It's the last track on Always Summer.
Sure.
And
yeah,
Sammy,
it has a 7-minute flute solo.
Sure.
I'm also a fan of Sometimes Fall.
That's right. And for whatever reason, the mescaline is allowing you to have just a plethora of smells that you normally wouldn't have. Like somebody's cooking something here in Gemini's room. Something, like plastic or... Is there a fire in here? Is there like a fireplace?
Has my emotional support polar bear been chewing on the wires?
And you see little sparks, by, it's different sections by the plugs. And now, slowly developing a lovely shade of orange as the lights flicker.
I think I lean over to Sammy and I'm like, do you see the fireworks?
No, but I smell toast. I might be having a stroke.
Oh, a stroke? Strokes are best in the casino. We should go downstairs.
Whatever you say, Mr. Gemini. Are we bringing your bear?
Marshmallow? Yes, we'll bring Marshmallow with us.
It's adorable. Can I carry him?
Sure, but don't go too far from me. I require him to be close.
Absolutely.
And you may stay close as well.
Oh, thank you. Okay, that sounds great. Let's go.
I think I'm going to keep this.
Oh, by all means, it's yours. Consider it a gift from the Texas Tornadoes.
I don't receive many gifts that I like. Thank you.
It's okay, Marshmallow.
It's getting warm in here. We should head out.
Nah.
Is it? Yeah.
Okay. So meanwhile in the casino.
Oh, I'll grab my flute, which is in a like a holster thing that I wear.
Sure. Okay. Gemini, you hear released.
Oh. That was from the flute?
Yeah.
It says released?
Because you put it in your holder, so like because you had a specific case for it, of course. So I would put it in your holder.
Yes. I think I'll play us out actually, and I'm gonna play a little music on my flute, and I want to ask it a question.
Sure. Roll plus soul.
All right. Delete these dice here.
I'm sure this will be fine.
And turn on the thing so people can see the dice. All right. Well, I got a +3 soul.
Yeah.
Because I got a lot of soul.
Okay.
So that turns that 5 into an 8.
Okay. So what question do you want to ask your magic flute?
Do I need to alert anyone to this fire, or will they put it out on their own?
Is that what you're asking the flute?
Yes.
All right. So the flute says, they already know. Let it burn.
As I thought. Very well.
Meanwhile, in the casino.
So Sammy hears the conversation, but she thinks it's
No, you don't hear the conversation.
The
He's just
mescaline.
talking to the flute. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
I am
just
talking
like-
to my flute.
Yeah. But she's on mescaline right now, so it's totally normal.
Yeah. People talk to their flute all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're probably talking to Marshmallow, so it's fine.
All right, going back to the casino. So what are you, Vicky, what are you and Vincent doing? You're drinking your club soda with the umbrella in it.
So I got my umbrella drink.
You did?
Yes.
With fruit on it.
Yes.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that means Lester, the bartender, likes you.
Oh, thanks, Lester. I probably make my I'll make my way back over to Vincent. Right. How much do you know about the ship?
Vincent, when she asks you that, you hear in the distance, and you look over, and you can see from the doorway, into the casino, that there's a whole bunch of crewmen like running down the hallway, holding like fire extinguishers,
Oh, shit.
fire axe.
What I know about this ship is that it has a fire on it.
Excessive heat. Yeah, that's probably not good for a cruise ship of this kind.
But don't worry. A cheerleader in an elevator told me earlier that we'll be fine. We're in the middle of the ocean if it burns down.
A cheerleader? There's cheerleaders on board?
And
Apparently.
at that moment, Sammy and Gemini walk in, carrying a miniature polar bear. Gemini is wearing a cowboy hat for whatever reason. Although, knowing the player, I'm not surprised by that development.
Why do I always end up with a cowboy hat?
All right.
So, how serendipitous. Look, there's a cheerleader.
That's the one.
And who is that with her?
That's the flute guy. Gemini, I think?
Oh, that's the musician.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Very, very odd character.
Yeah. I think I might go
Probably his
introduce
room
myself.
that caught fire.
Why would you say that?
I guess the guy's been hoarding lava lamps in his room.
Lava lamps? Like,
Yeah.
like just sitting like on a shelf as display, right?
Oh,
I love how in context that makes perfect sense, because it's like you go, what? But in this you go, yeah, I can see that.
I don't know personally. I just know the cheerleader was bringing him one, and publicist said that we should all bring one for him as a gift or something like that. But I didn't.
Okay.
I'm not a hippie.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go introduce myself to
have fun.
him. Would you mind making an introduction for me?
I don't know him.
I mean, you know the cheerleader, though.
You want to meet the cheerleader?
No, I want to meet Gemini, but I feel like it'd be awkward if I just walked up to them. I don't want to seem like a fan.
That's fine. Let's do this.
Okay.
Because
Thanks.
we wouldn't want this to be awkward.
No, of course not.
So we walk up and say, "Hello, random cheerleader I met 5 minutes ago. This is Catsuit Lady. She would like to meet you, and thus also meet Gemini."
Hello, just like
And
stroking.
then I go walk back to the bar.
Hello, Mr. Peck. Bye, Mr. Peck.
When you like wave your hand around to like say who they would like to meet, Gemini takes your hand and says, "Oh, pleasure."
Whose hand?
Vincent's, because he was just gesticulating.
I pull my hand back and say, "Why are you so clammy?"
Oh, it might be a side effect of the fire.
Fire?
It's warm in here.
Attention, crew. Attention, passengers of the SS Tangerine. Informing you that there is no cause for alarm, and the small fire that occurred in the, Bravado deck has been contained. There is no problem, at all. Please enjoy the rest of your cruise here on the SS Tangerine. Remember, waiting for you.
I look at the cheerleader and say, "So was I right about the fire hazard?"
Look at this adorable polar bear.
Well, what fire hazard? What exactly happened, Mr. Gemini?
There's no need to worry about that. I was assured that they had it under control. Now,
what caused the fire?
this is a spectacular catsuit you have on.
Oh,
Where did you get it? I'd
thanks.
love one just like it.
This one
Vicky,
was
for
special.
whatever reason, Gemini is playing with the little zipper end on your.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This one was made specially for me. So I bet your hand away.
That is a very lovely cat suit. Rub the
Now,
arm. Is this
Sammy's
leather?
Are you holding?
Curious. No one bats my hand away.
I'm
like
holding a
that.
little bear. His name is Marshmallow. Isn't he adorable?
Oh, that is a very cute polar bear.
Pygmy
Yes.
polar bear.
Pygmy polar bear. Oh, it's so cute. It's just great.
Would you like to pet him? He's a emotional support bear.
You know,
He's Mr. Gemini's, but he makes me feel so good too.
I'd love to, but I'd really like to get back to this electrical fire that we were talking about earlier.
There was a fire?
I'm sorry, I don't know anything about an electrical fire.
Vincent, what are you doing in all this, by the way?
Wanting to kill myself.
Besides that,
Honestly, I was gonna return to the bar, but this dialogue and this conversation has Vincent completely enamored because it's just so weird.
oh yeah, it is.
So I'm just like, maybe I should change my next book. Like this needs to be my next book.
Say, aren't you the author?
I am an author, not the author, but I appreciate that.
Are there more than one on this boat?
Well, there probably are several.
I suppose
Seems like everyone's writing a book these days.
Everyone's an author if they want to be. The barrier for entry is quite low, I suppose.
Sure. Yeah,
Shade.
that's fair.
So, Vincent, over Gemini's shoulder, you can see the hallway again. You can see that the different crewmen are like covered in soot, and they're carrying burnt lava lamps as they're walking down the hallway, just shaking their heads.
I called it! I called it! I told you, you little stupid cheerleader. I told you, fire hazard. What person hoards lava lamps on a ship room.
How many of those did you have plugged in exactly?
357.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, yeah. That's a lot of lava lamps.
Well, I needed them to coat the walls. You see.
With fire?
No, with lava.
With lava. Oh, yeah. That's
Now
That's
that you mentioned it,
just
it was
great.
very warm in your room. Poor Marshmallow, he must have been just sweltering.
Oh, that is true. Ooh,
Hitting him.
maybe we could get Marshmallow some ice.
Oh, yes.
Hey! I don't know where the bartender pops up. Can I give you something?
Yes, we would like a cup of ice for my emotional support pygmy polar bear.
You know, I know exactly what polar bears like. Just give me a moment. And he puts down a little bowl, an ice cream bowl of sorts, and then he pours out, and the polar bear hops up on the bar and starts lapping the cola.
I didn't know that polar bears liked cola. He appears to be enjoying himself, though.
So now that Marshmallow is out of Sammy's hands, she's over rubbing on Vicky's cat suit. She's totally into the tactile thing right now.
Sure.
She's like, oh, this feels so smooth. Just on her back. This feels so good.
Yeah.
Curious, I noticed that you don't bat away Sammy's hands.
No,
Was it something about me, or...
Yeah, bro, your hands are clammy.
I was just worried.
Yeah.
I told you that was because of the lava lamp.
I was afraid you were gonna unzip the suit too low. I'm sorry. What did you say your name was? Sammy?
Are you concerned with showing too much of your
If
body?
you could stop touching me, that'd be great.
She'll be fine in 4 to 6 hours.
Maybe we should get you guys some food.
What a great idea, because, it seems like right now we're about 15 minutes away from the actual captain's table dinner. Remember when we had a plot? And so...
Yeah,
perfect timing.
Yeah, I feel like maybe we should get some food in you guys. Did you guys want to move to the dining room, maybe?
I am actually hungry.
I suppose. And I look at the bar tender, and could you inform Dave that I'll be sitting with Sammy, Vincent, and I'm sorry, what was your name, dear?
Vicky.
And Vicky, and that my pre-prepared meal should be moved to my new seat.
And what do you want me to do with your emotional support pygmy polar bear, sir?
Oh. I'll take him with me.
Okay.
Come, Marshmallow. Scoot.
All right.
What wonderful.
All right. So, off to the captain's table. All right.
Yes.
All right. So, as you make your way
Sorry.
to the formal dining room, and of course, Sammy, you're still wearing your little short shorts and cowboy boots and uniform outfit.
Yes.
And okay, so everybody else is wearing fine tuxedos and what have you, and over to the captain's table. And we'll just kind of skip ahead onto that one. So, sitting at the table is the captain at the top, at the front of the. He doesn't look particularly well, and all of you are surrounding it. Who's sitting next to who, might I add?
Well, I'm sitting next to Sammy for sure, and Victoria, if I can engineer it.
I am perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, and I figured I'd be sitting next to Vincent.
Okay. Okay.
But I'd definitely be trying to sit like closer to the captain if possible.
Sure.
Is the captain here?
Yeah, he said he looked like he wasn't feeling good.
Right.
So this is like a rectangular table, and the captain's sitting at the end. And how many people are on each side?
There's 4.
Okay, so then
Now you guys are you guys sitting all on the same side, or?
Well, at least 3 of us are, because Vincent is in the middle of a Sammy and Vicky sandwich. Not Vincent. I'm sorry, Gemini. Gemini is in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So Vincent, would you be across from me or next to me?
I'd probably be across.
Okay. So across. And then Gemini and Sammy on my side.
Sounds great. Okay. So next to you, Vincent, is an empty seat, which is where the first mate would be. But the first officer is not there. And across from you, Vicky, of course, is the ship's doctor.
Ah, yes.
Who's wearing a formal uniform, also with shorts, and he's still wearing his stethoscope around his neck.
Of course. I think at some point I would have excused myself before we came to the table and put on my formal attire.
Your formal catsuit?
Yes. My formal catsuit. So that I would look appropriate for the meal.
Okay.
This one's sparkly.
Of course.
Rhinestone catsuit.
Yeah.
A rhinestone catsuit.
Yep.
Okay. So after you've disappeared, while you're making your way down to get into your rhinestone catsuit, you can hear several you see several technicians, walking down the opposite hallway, and they're, absolutely frantic, and you overhear them saying something about, that they've got to get down to the engine room. So you're walking by. It's a different gift shop, and you're going down, and you are in your stateroom. So you're just changing.
Yeah, just changed and came back. Didn't. Somewhere in our heading to dinner, I slipped in, changed into the formal catsuit, came back to dinner.
Okay.
Didn't do anything of interest while there. Definitely listening to the crew members as I passed them in the hallway, but did not make any major detours.
Okay, sure. When you're walking back, you see you walk by a group of women, young women that are all dressed the same way that Sammy was, and one of them's just saying, "I just think that she's just like not leading this group at all. I question her commitment to Texas Tornadoes," and they keep walking by.
Yeah.
Bringing that back.
Yeah.
All right.
It's called callback.
Yeah. All right. So they've sat the avocado salads in front of everybody.
Good choice.
So,
Captain, it's interesting that you would let them serve the avocado salad after getting sick from it earlier today.
Okay, and the captain's just... It's been a long day. Been a long, long day.
Are you feeling okay, sir?
So, for those of you, new to Spirit of 77 Adventures, we have what's called a fuel injection. And I decided to wait a little while before I did the fuel injection because I really wanted the characters to players flesh out their characters. And the fuel injection specifically is a question I asked to everybody to just kind of see where they are. And so, is what does everybody do when the captain starts vomiting blood?
Oh.
You're sitting next to him, Vicky?
I am. Yes.
Rhinestone cats, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, he's vomiting blood, and yeah. So what do you do?
I definitely would jump up and Doctor, yeah, what's wrong with the captain?
Duh! And he's, wait right here. And he rushes off to get some of the waiters.
Okay. Don't eat the salad.
This couldn't have been the work of the salad. He must have taken the blue acid.
I'm sorry, the what?
Don't take the blue tabs.
Okay. So I would go over to the captain and, are you
You're gonna touch him?
Sir, are you all right?
And the blood is just coming down across the white, uniform. Hands are and like he's clutching into his insides, and he's reaching out, and he's like, reaching out with a bloody hand towards you, Vicky.
He's reaching out with a bloody hand, like to grab me, or like in
for
distress.
Support. Yeah.
Okay.
For support in distress.
Okay, in distress. Yeah, I would definitely try to help him. I probably would like kick into gear to pull him away from the table and try to see why he was bleeding, see if I could help.
Sure. Gemini, what are you doing?
I think I am, I think I'm gonna pull, I'm gonna reach out to pull Victoria away from the captain.
Okay. Sammy, what are you doing?
Coming up with a plan of action. Generally, when the subject is vomiting blood, we have to get them to lay down on their side so they don't choke on it. We need to check for life signs. We need to check his pulse. We need to check for his breathing. Make sure he's breathing okay. Check his eyes, his pupils, see if they're dilated. And Sammy's gonna come up with her plan. Like, this is checklist. I gotta do these things to check on the captain and make sure he's okay.
Okay.
So are you standing there like going like this?
Oh, no, she does exactly what she says. And all of you guys are just sitting here watching where the cheerleader basically, clears her, the doctor's throat, checks his pulse, puts her hand to his neck, makes sure he is breathing, tries to clear his airway. Yeah. Doing that.
Okay. Administering first aid. Gotcha.
I sidle up to Vicky and scoop her away from the captain a little bit. And I say, "Darling, it is impossible to get blood out of rhinestones. You must back up."
Oh God. So I definitely would like strong arm you off of me, and say, "What is wrong with you? There's an emergency here."
Yes,
Vincent,
your
what are you
catsuit
doing?
is in danger.
Staying as far away from the blood as humanly possible.
Okay, so you're towards the back, and you can see the doctor is getting some of the waiters, and they're rushing over with a stretcher. They're the captain onto the stretcher, and specifically putting straps around him. And the doctor saying, just take him to the sick bay immediately. Take him to the sick bay. And he's like pushing you aside. Sam is saying, let a professional handle this situation.
Oh.
I'm getting out of the way. I want no part of this.
Oh dear, Marshmallow, stop drinking that. I'm going to pull Marshmallow away from the pool of blood.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well.
Oh, yeah. The polar bear is licking the blood and the bits of avocado.
Well, the doctor's a professional, so I'll let him do his job.
Sure.
Just kind of back up and be like, his breathing is very heavy, his eyes are dilated, his pulse is elevated. What's wrong with him?
Means.
What?
I play a doctor on TV.
Okay, he's going to the sick bay?
We have this under control. And he walks over to the captain's table and says, ladies and gentlemen, we just want to make sure that everybody knows that this is perfectly fine. We're all fine here. And just to show our apology, because the captain has not been feeling well because of, I believe, yes, the avocado salad. So, which of you have had the avocado salad, by the way?
I have not eaten anything.
I don't eat anything that isn't cubed.
I had been warned about the avocado salad, so I would not have eaten the avocado salad.
Sammy?
I have not eaten any, but she was mushing the avocado slices in between her fingers because it felt all squishy.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so the doctor is offering everybody $200 worth of chips each at the Monaco Casino, as well as front row seats to the Turtle of Singers later that evening in the Casablanca Lounge. Oh, what a joy!
We can't just ignore the fact that the captain was throwing up blood.
Trust me, I'm a professional.
I mean, isn't anybody else concerned about this?
Oh, yes. It almost ruined your outfit.
I mean, it's definitely not normal, but who knows what the heck's going on. He could have stomach ulcer rupture. I don't know.
I think I'm going to head to the sick bay and go check on him.
I feel like I've seen worse. He'll probably be fine.
Sure, you had a drummer this happened to. You know, fine. You know, for the rest of his life afterwards. Granted, the rest of his life was probably about 12 to 18 minutes, but during that time he played great.
Yes. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
It was a wonderful show.
Sure.
Well,
Okay.
I need to swing by my room to change.
Okay.
Pick up my first aid kit, because if it was the avocado salad and that was served to everyone, there's going to be a lot of sick people on this ship.
Very much.
Right. Sammy, you seem to know how to handle yourself in this kind of situation. I kind of regret thinking you were just a cheerleader, but you seem to have some training here.
Well, don't tell the other girls in my squad, but I've been attending medical school. I'm trying to work my way through it.
Oh.
So I have a little bit of training. But I don't like the other girls to know, because I don't want them to feel bad about themselves for not having any aspirations or goals of their own.
That's very interesting, and I trust me, I will not tell any of the other girls.
Thank
but
you.
But you
so
should
much.
not be ashamed to be a strong, smart, powerful woman.
And when you'd say this, because I assume that you're walking back to the stateroom because you said, Sammy, you were going to go get your medical kit. You open the door, and the girls are all sitting around having a pillow fight. Giggling away.
Typical. See what I have to put up with, Vicky?
This is this is why we're having such a hard time with empowering women.
We're reenacting the Battle of Verdun.
Yeah.
Well, carry on. I just need to change. And
I'm Austria-Hungary. She's playing. Jennifer's playing the Germans.
Oh, Jesus.
Stacy's playing the French.
So,
or as the Americans, because she's not here whatsoever, say that she was so involved in it, just like in the real World War I.
You girls are sure smart. Sammy, I'm gonna head to the sick bay to go check on the captain. Would you like to join me there?
Absolutely.
In PE. Jennifer says that.
Yeah, I'll be right out. Would you actually mind just waiting right outside for just a moment? I just really need to change my top and grab something out of my bag, and I will just be 1 minute.
I will meet you there. I
Jennifer says, "Is there a problem? I majored in PE,
No, we're just fine. Just steer clear of the avocado salad. It's got,
okay,
calories.
But if anybody gives you any problems, you tell them to take a lap.
I will be sure to do that.
I majored in PE.
So before
you sure
Vicky
did.
leaves, before Vicky leaves, I'm just gonna reach over and like gently rub the rhinestones. Be like, "That's very nice."
Yeah, maybe I should change out of the rhinestones.
People touch you a lot, Vicky. I don't know why that is.
Yeah, the cat suit. It just brings out the need to touch.
I don't know where to go with that one. Okay. Vincent.
Yeah.
What are you doing in all of this?
I'm actually seriously considering that this is the start of a good book, so I'm actually going to follow them to the sickbay as well.
Oh, okay. Sounds great. And if problems happen, you've got $200 worth of chips. So. All right. And Gemini, what are you doing?
Well, all the interesting people have absconded from the dining hall, so I'll make my way after Vincent. Say, have you heard Forever July? I could play it for you.
That's okay. I'm good.
Sure. It's transcendent.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a word for it.
Would you like some cocaine?
So as you guys are walking back to the sick bay, he says, changing the focus. You walk by the opening to the Casablanca Lounge, or a sign that says Casablanca Lounge, and also the casino and another gift shop. There's a lot of gift shops. You're making your way down to the sick bay, So, who's going to the sick bay?
Sam, Vicky, myself, and Jim. All of us, actually.
Yeah, I think Sammy and I both took detours to our room to make a change of clothes.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're girls. And got to have a different outfit for the situation.
Well, I got blood on my current outfit.
So me too. I got it in the rhinestones.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Because we were being helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So I changed into my black cat suit.
It is mechanically impossible for my outfit to get ruined. I have a move that says so.
Nice.
Would you like to share what that name of that move is?
That is Who Looks Fabulous. Oh, no, that's not it. Which one is it? Superfly.
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 Yeah, so after I change cat suits, I would...
Sorry.
I would meet up with everyone else on our way to the sickbay.
Okay. All right. So everyone's going to the sickbay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you get to the sickbay, and you can see, that there's the waiting room area with highlights, magazines, and then you can also see that there is one of those sliding curtains, not standing curtains, curtain stands. I'm sorry, and it's surrounding a table. Okay, and you can see somebody standing over somebody that's lying on the table. You can see the shadow of it, and you can see there's a medicine cabinet, and you can see also different containers of different pharmaceuticals. Blue tabs specifically, and then there's a bathroom in the back. So,
I think I would.
There's a whole lot of commotion there because the person on the table is just twitching, incredibly.
Doctor, do you need a hand?
No, I'm fine, thank you. Thank you. You shouldn't be in here. I understand that the turtle doves will be playing in the next few minutes. You really should go.
I
start taking pictures of the body. of the
Oh, so you're gonna pull back the curtain?
Yep. I have my 35mm camera. I'm gonna kind of like try and get through and take a picture.
All right. So when you do that, you pull it back, and you can see that the captain has been strapped to, and you know his eyes are blood red, and he's foaming at the mouth, and he's like, and the flashes are driving him even crazier. And the doctor looks over and says, "You really ought to." And then the captain reaches up and bites the neck of the doctor and just tears the flesh right out, and blood is like squirting everywhere out of the doctor's because he got the cardioid artery.
Right.
And he's, what do you do?
I continue to take pictures.
You should.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be an amazing book.
It is.
So we all made it to the sick bay?
Yeah,
I think
we're all there. Yeah, we're all there. I was waiting to let you go first.
So then, Samantha, I'm going to run over with my very fancy, very nice purse. It's just a purse, but it's actually my medical first aid kit that I keep all my medical supplies in the purse so the other girls don't know.
With the embroidered Gettysburg beer logo on the side.
Absolutely, yeah. You got to represent.
Yeah.
The brand. So yeah, I'll rush over to the doctor and start cleaning gauze.
Or try to save his life. Yeah.
Try to save his life.
Okay.
Apply pressure. Stop.
So roll plus your brains, and I think that this is your specialty, so you can add that as well. So it'll probably be +3 actually.
I have no brains, so
yes, but you actually have the +2 specialty, so it's actually +2.
Okay. Modifier.
I have no brains, so
technically, when you are at a 0, you're at an average. It's not that you're dumb.
Okay. 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a failure.
Yeah.
And the doctor, you're trying to stop the blood, but he falls down dead. And as you're covered in blood again, everybody hears kind of like a ripping sound. And you can tell that it's the ripping of the pleather of the hospital bed. And you can see that the captain is starting to sit straight up, hissing. What do you do?
I pull out my gun and I shoot him. Oh. I pull out my gun and I shoot him. That was very like not as exciting because I was muted.
That's okay, because we heard it from the other microphone.
Okay.
All right. So where Vicky keeps the gun in her skin-tight leather catsuit.
Yep.
We need to mute the stream while she explains.
Yeah, it just you didn't see that there was a bulge in the back that it pulls out of its sealed spot in my skin-tight suit. And yeah, I shoot the captain.
All right, that is a basic move called smoking their ass. So specifically, what you need to do is roll plus hustle.
I'm gonna remove these dice, and then you can roll new dice.
Oh yeah.
There. So I'm just seeing if my special weapon has any special things. Okay. Roll.
Ooh.
All right.
What do we got?
And I'm sorry. What did you say it was plus?
Plus hustle.
11.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So Vicky puts 2 holes in the captain's forehead, and he goes down. And everybody's just standing there, kind of stunned.
He was dangerous. So
I don't think I can do anything for him. at this point.
I mean, he attacked the doctor. It was self-defense.
Yeah, Gemini sidles up to you and goes, "Aren't you just full of surprises? Anything else hidden in that cat suit?"
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes,
Say.
I would.
I mean, I'm not a law student, but I don't think it's considered self-defense if the person defending themselves is not the one who murdered the guy.
All right. So I put the gun back in my holster, and like you see Vicky's demeanor kind of change. She's like, "All right, we need to assess the situation here and figure out what's going on. How's the doctor?"
He's dead. You put 2 bullets in his head.
No, that was the captain. You're currently holding your hand on the carotid artery of the doctor.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna make it. I'll stand up and kind of wipe my hand on his jacket, his coat. Be like, yeah, he's
on his shorts.
His shorts. Be like, he's yeah, you he's gone. I'm sorry. Time of death 11:52 p.m.
All right, we need to figure out what's going on here. The captain did not go whatever raving mad this was from eating an avocado salad.
I mean, I would go raving mad if I was forced to eat an avocado salad.
All right. I think we need to head to the bridge and talk to the first mate and let him know what's happened here.
Are there any like masks around, like the masks you can wear to like? I don't know what they're called.
Like the cough masks?
Yeah, like the little white masks you can wear. Because I want to find one of those and put one of those on real quick.
Sure. So there's 3 of them, and a 4th, which is actually a mask for an oxygen tank.
I'll just get one of the little white masks.
Sure.
Is there any nitrous in here? I'm gonna grab that and the oxygen mask.
Do you ask that out loud?
Yes.
Look around. Yeah, there's a tank right over there.
NO2.
Vincent, are you concerned that this might be an airborne pathogen?
Please.
I mean,
Marshmallow, we're going to have some fun.
I certainly feel like it's possible. I don't know what this is, but you're 100% right. There's no way an avocado did this.
Gemini, please don't take that tank to your room. It's highly flammable.
Marshmallow, don't eat that. Marshmallow, no, the captain is not food.
I want to go over and kind of examine the captain's body.
Well, he's got 2 holes in the top of his head.
Yeah.
And his eyes are blood red, have been bleeding, and foam coming from it. And his lips have started pulling back to expose his mouth. But he's dead, so you're perfectly fine. There's no chance he'll come back.
So, out of curiosity, why do you have a gun?
That's not important. You don't need to worry about that.
Who are you?
I'm Veronica. That's all you need to worry about.
You're Veronica? I thought you were Vicky.
Sure.
We're gonna go with that.
Okay.
Oh man, I had thought of a question and then sick brain just made it go completely out of my head.
Say.
You were gonna explain why you had a gun.
We're all full of surprises. I don't know that you need to tell us where you got a gun, just so long as you don't point it at us. Do I have to worry about you pointing that gun my direction?
Are you gonna bite me?
Only if you ask.
As long as you keep your hands and mouth to yourself, you don't need to worry about yourself.
You're no fun. Say, there probably is something strange going on here. My drummer definitely didn't get up and try to eat anyone after he passed out and vomited all that blood. So, this is probably something different. Is anyone familiar with this sort of behavior?
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. When I'm kind of looking at the captain's body, have I seen this before, or have I read any reports on this type of
Okay.
Ailment?
I'm really glad you asked that, because what we're doing is yet another basic move. Wow, this is great. We're actually like doing a game and stuff. That's cool.
Yay! Games.
We're doing it, everybody.
So roll plus brains and add
All right.
1 for your X Tech.
Yeah. So 10.
Yeah. All right. So ask me some questions about the scene here.
Well, have I seen this before?
Oh yeah, this looks like an extreme form of radiation sickness.
Do I... Man, I'm trying to think how to ask this question.
Take your time.
How many questions do I get? 3?
You get 3.
Okay. All right.
And I don't mind if you want to hold on to 2 of them. You don't have to have them ask exactly right now. I'm fine.
Yeah, I think I'm going to hold on to 2 of them.
All right, sure. Fine. All right, so since that's happened, now what's everybody doing?
All right.
Did you say out loud that it looks like radiation sickness?
I would probably look at you and I would say this looks like radiation sickness.
I mean, that would explain some of the symptoms.
I'm wondering... The unfortunate doctor here did mention something earlier about a problem with radiation possibly on the ship. I am...
Why would there be radiation on the ship? It's a ship.
It is a very good question that I cannot answer. But I think we should head to the engine room, just to give it, just to check things out.
What
if the engine room is where he got the radiation poisoning?
Yeah, that's a good point. We're already on the ship, so if there's radiation, we're all getting it.
And you're out to sea.
Yeah. Did you say you grabbed the oxygen mask?
It's technically nitrous oxide, but yeah, he did.
It is. Yes, I have the mask.
Was there nitrous oxide and oxygen?
Well, there is an oxygen tank, but Gemini's hooked it up to the nitrous.
Did you want to use the mask? And I put it towards your face.
No.
Quick, just one deep breath.
No, I'm good.
All right, so Gemini is like putting the mask next to your face.
Yeah, I'm definitely fighting him off.
Fine,
all right.
More for the rest of us.
All right. So, Sammy, what are you doing in all this?
Marshmallow, would you like some?
Kind of trying to figure out what are the likelihood of us getting radiated. Trying to come up,
sure,
exposure pathways.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll plus brains on that one.
All right. Yeah. Straight roll. 2. Yeah, my dice are awesome this game.
Yeah, that's snake eyes. That's a bad roll in this game. Yeah. It's a fun roll.
You're so smart.
Okay. As you're thinking, you hear and all the lights are slowly have switched to emergency red.
Well, that's not a good sound.
You have a response to that?
The discordant
Vincent,
melody is displeasing.
Vincent, stop taking photos.
I don't know.
I
kind of want to see if there's an escape boat.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, actually.
I really wasn't paying attention to the safety speech at the beginning. Are we supposed to report to a specific area if this alarm goes off?
Yes, there's a specific area at the bow. Sure, that's a boat term.
Is that the front or the back or the side?
That's a place on a boat.
Yeah, that's the bow.
Oh. Okay.
Bow is front, stern is back. Sure.
Do you remember when you ran this game? You ran a game on a ship like this for DT Pints, and he works on ships, and the whole time he's like asking ship terms. It's like, oh, is this blah 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 ship stuff?
Not important, Kurt.
Sorry, it was very funny. I was just reminded of it.
The bow is in the front of the boat, by the way.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a ship. Submarines are boats. But
Yes.
Yes, it's a ship.
Yeah. Stern is back, bow is front.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you bow to the front.
Yeah.
And your backside is stern.
You're right.
Okay. Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah, you should head to you guys should definitely head to the bow. Yeah, I will pull out my camera from another. Yes, my mini camera, and snap a few pictures of the captain's ailments.
Where does she keep putting these things? That has no pockets.
Yep, it's magic, guys.
Say, Victoria, could you teach me how to store things like that? I might have some use, for if I have to ever take an airplane or...
I don't think you're equipped.
Oh. But aren't I?
I don't know. Are you?
It is kind of hard to tell with Gemini.
That's not important. You guys go ahead and join the crew if you'd like. I'm gonna head to the engine room. I want to find out what's going on here.
I think I'll go along with you, Vicky.
Sure.
There's definitely something going on, and there might be people who need help. And I got to check on the girls. They could be anywhere.
That's right.
Yeah. What about you two? What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to have to figure out how to turn off this alarm. It's going to ruin my show tonight.
Oh, Gemini, honey, I don't think you're going to be performing tonight.
Oh, darling, the show must go on.
Vincent?
Fine, let's go.
All right.
All right.
I will lead our group towards...
All right.
Better judgment.
In the hallways, there's absolute pandemonium as people are running back and forth. Some of them wearing their life safety vests on their heads, and people don't know exactly where to go for sure because nobody was really paying attention to the safety training, by the way. So that's about right. So where are you guys headed to?
The engine room.
Okay, so you're going down the hallway from the sick bay. You go past the gift shop. You go.
Another one.
And then, of course, the sign that shows Casablanca Lounge, what have you. And then coming out of the Casablanca Lounge, of course, is the 13-year-old wearing the velvet tuxedo, and he's rushing up to you, Vincent, and goes, "What's going on?"
Avocado sickness. we don't know. Captain got super sick eating something when we were trying to look at it, but I guess it might be contagious, maybe?
Oh, my God. My little brother. He went down to the cargo hold to get his drum kit. Is he going to be okay?
I mean, probably not.
What do you mean, probably not?
I mean, maybe.
You know what? We're actually headed that way. So we can totally look for him if you want.
All right, I gotta go find my mom. She was she was talking with the bartender or something. I don't know. You know, they something about having to go squeeze lemons.
Yep.
You know, I think if I remember from the safety meeting that we're all supposed to go to the bow if there's an emergency. So maybe head there.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
And tell my little brother he doesn't need to bring his drum kit. We can get another drum kit.
What's your brother's name so that he knows that you sent us?
God, I haven't played the little brother in quite a while. Hold on. It has been Stevie. That's right. Stevie is.
All right.
You know, he and my sister Mona are twins.
Stevie and Mona, huh?
I hate duplicates of things.
Are they also wearing the burgundy crushed velvet suits just to make them easy to identify?
Yeah, our manager Ruben makes us wear these.
You should get a new manager. My
I
manager
know.
displeased me and I fired him. I could introduce you to Dave.
Could you? Oh, wow. You know, and actually he's like, oh, can I get a card maybe?
You know what, guys? This is not a real great time to be doing business. Maybe we should hurry.
I'm sorry. I don't actually carry cards, but here, and I hand him a sheet of acid. That's got the information on it.
Right. So these sheets of acid actually say Gemini on them and actually have his phone number written on them as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his contact info. He just hands those in.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just, of course you do.
Someone told me this could be a problem, but I can't imagine how. We can't figure out where this acid's coming from.
Sammy's standing there writing on a notepad.
Yeah.
That she pulled out of the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Writing down a plan of action. Like, we need to locate the source of the radiation, figure out how to neutralize it. If we're attacked by any more people, you know, I'm explaining to everybody. If we're attacked by any more people, shoot them in the head seems to be a good way to stop them.
I mean, shooting people, I mean, that really needs to be our, like, last resort.
Okay,
we shouldn't
so-
just be killing people.
1, locate the source of the radiation. 2, neutralize the radiation. 3, ... or shoot them in the head. That's our plan, guys.
You know what,
And
Sammy?
specifically what Sammy's doing is a move called plan on a napkin. And I'm really glad to see that you're doing.
Yes.
You know, you're really useful in coming up with plans. I really I like having you around.
So,
when this is all over, we should talk.
yeah, my dice are not cooperating today, so nothing happens. But it's a very good plan.
What'd you roll?
A 3.
Yes! And as you roll, you know, as you're showing the plan, you know, in the doorway is Laura, and Laura is looking at you, and she said, "What's going on?"
Laura, go find the other girls and get them all to the bow of the ship. Please don't argue with me. Don't roll your eyes. Don't give me attitude. Just do it. I need to do this. It's very important.
All right, but I didn't really want to go down to the cargo hold.
Why would you go to the cargo hold? The bow of the ship is the front of the ship.
That's where all the girls went. They went down there for some midnight party or something.
Oh God.
Okay, can you go down there and get the girls and look for a very small person wearing a crushed velvet burgundy suit, or 2, there might be 2, take them with you all to the bow of the ship.
What, a midget?
A child, you moron.
All right, I'll go down there.
If you find both, just leave one behind.
And at this moment, we'll take a brief break.
Yes.